Hello and welcome to my tutorial on Burt Bacharach Hal David's A House Is Not a Home. Best sophisticated hurtin' song ever written in my humble opinion. The structure is typical A-A-B-A, the two A's being the first and second verse, the B being the bridge, or sometimes referred to as the release, has that contrasting material in it, returns back to the A, followed by an array of codas that various singers have been using over the years. The title itself, House, a structure, versus home, which is very personal. Well, let's look at the lyrics and at the same time forgive the singer. A chair is just a chair, even though there's no one sitting there. Okay, continuing right along. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home. Now at this point, 6 bars have gone by, and there is no hint that there's a problem or anything wrong at all. And then it comes. When there's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss goodnight. Well, at this point, the theme is cast. On to the second verse. A room is still a room, even though there's nothing there but gloom. These two motifs share the same continuity as in the first verse. But a room is not a house, and here we bring the title back into it, and a house is not a home. When the two of us are far apart, and one of us has a broken heart. Well, we know that the person left in the house has a broken heart, and that individual is gender neutral, making it possible for both male and females to participate in the singing of the song. A good marketing consideration. The music must now connect with the lyrics and vice versa. If it doesn't, there's no marriage and the magic of the song will be lost. Point in hand, if I were to try to put these sensitive lyrics to a rock song, well, a chair is but a chair, even though there's no one sitting there. I just don't think so. Let's look at the music structure. We're in the key of B flat. Burt Bacharach sticks with a 1 chord to 4 chord, back to a 1 chord, but probably not using the triads. A little too on the strong side. Hey, great for protest songs, national anthems, but not in a tender song like this. So he extends it out to major 7, perhaps a major 9. There's a major 7 that has the melody note. And then that major 7 drops onto the A flat, turning the 1 chord into a 5 chord. Well, this device, of course, is called tonicization. So the B flat is the 5 of E flat, pushing us into the 4 chord, the E flat. And then he comes into this chord. Now, where the heck did that come from? A D7 has no business being in the key of B flat, especially since it has an F sharp. But if we look closely at it, of course it's a dominant chord, which means it has the tritone, which tends to resolve to the G minor, which happens to be the 6th chord in B flat, so that makes perfect sense. What's happening at the lyrics at this point? Well, but a chair or but a room is not a house. House is a very strong word, and what note does he use to depict house? The E flat, the flat 9 on the D7 chord. Tension personified, but even arrangers have gone beyond that and made that a suspension and made it even more tense. And resolving it to keep the music moving forward. 5 of 6. And then he moves it down a whole tone to an F minor chord. Pull back there because it's a secondary chord movement. But what does he land on? An F minor chord. Well, again, there's no F minor in the key of B flat. There's an F7, that's the 5 chord. But this is minor. Must be some more of that tonicization. So what we have is an F minor, which is acting as a subdominant function, as a 2 of the 4 chord, the E flat, to the 5 of the 4 chord, the B flat 7, and into the 4 chord. Let's listen. Then down to the 2 chord. Well, 2 chords go to 5 chords more often than not, subdominant to dominant. 5 chord in B flat is the F7, but he doesn't take it straight to the F7. You can hear that kind of leaves us flat. No, he takes it up to the 11, shoots it right out there, so we have a lot of tension. Even makes the 11th part of the melody so that it allows him to pull back, land on that beautiful major 9 chord. We've arrived back home and on into the bridge. Let's take a look at the lyrics of the bridge, and I promise no more singing. However, the harmony against the lyrics is quite important, so I'm going to just add some harmony here so you can hear the two working together. So it starts off a bit dissonant. Now and then I hear your name. So it's quite out there. And even the next line, and suddenly your face appears. More tension there. Now it opens up as it changes keys just for a brief moment. But it's just a crazy game. Then goes back and finishes up with when it ends. It ends in, and what else would you expect? A minor chord here. Tears, sad, melancholy. And then into the last verse. Let's look at the harmony that's behind that. Starts off on the 4 chord with a major 7, but the melody itself is an augmented 11th. It's the A over a G. Now, it's a short value note, but it does happen on a strong beat. Now, many arrangers will dumb this down so that you don't get the full impact. Maybe you might pick up something like, or something like that. But if you put it all in, let's analyze it. Root, 3rd, 5th, major 7, major 9, augmented 11th, 13th. So it's quite extended out. So it does kind of obscure the word name. And then he does another augmented 11th right here. So he makes the 1 chord a dominant to create that augmented 11th. And instead of resolving downward, it resolves upward. So the first one was 2nd augmented 11th, going the opposite direction and climbing up to this dominant G7 with a flat 9. The G chord has absolutely nothing to do with B flat because he now has decided to change keys and use that G chord as a dominant into the new key C. So it's a little brighter, up a whole tone. So primary 1-2 secondary movement, so a bit of a pullback here. And then he just simply makes the C minor, which now becomes the 2, the subdominant of B flat, to the 5, and back into the tonic, 1 chord in B flat. At this point, the lyrics of the last verse do no longer reflect what we heard in the first 2 verses. We don't hear a chair is a chair and a room is a room. He cuts to the chase. He says, "Darling, have a heart. Don't let one mistake keep us apart. I'm not meant to live alone." And then he works with the theme of the actual title by saying, "Turn this house into a home," rather than "a chair is not a house and a house is not a home." He turns it around and says, "Turn this house into a home." The last 2 lines I'm going to leave up to your imagination to sing to yourself. What I'd like to do at this point is play it through the bridge and into the last verse. I'm going to put the lyrics up so you can follow along with what I'm doing. I'm also going to put the numbers up for those music students who want to know what I'm doing harmonically, basically what I've been talking about. Also going to play it at a little slower tempo. It gives you a chance to let the lyrics and the melody settle in with the harmony. It gives your mind a chance to register. I'm going to come in from the end of the second verse. Pretty powerful ending. Where's the Kleenex? Hope you enjoyed my tutorial and all the wonderful things that go into making a damn good song. Bye for now.